Good afternoon, hockey fans, and welcome to the 2025 Women's World Championships game between Team Australia and Team USA. Pekné popoludne hokejoví fanúšikovia a vítajte na zápase majstrovstiev sveta žien v Paralympics 2025 medzi tímom Austrálie a tímom USA. The lineup for Team Australia playing in green jerseys: goalkeeper Brankaki, number 13, Finast, Gosli Erika. Number 2, McDonald Bridget. Line 1, úvodná formácia. Number 9, David, Gold Linda. Number 15, 15, Newman Sonia. Number 6, Šest, Green Belinda. Number 7, 7, Mellors Natalie. Number 8, 8, Angel Noah. Line 2. Number 3, Cooper Priya. Number 5, 8, Morton Ashley. Number 11, 11, Princey Rosalie. Number 14, 14, Boardman J. Head coach, Bob Dahl. The lineup for Team USA playing in white jerseys. Goalkeepers, Brankaki. 33, Margaret Cole. 14, 14, Grace David. Line 1, úvodná formácia. Number 2, Ladley Katie. Number 5, 8, Edgar Madison. Number 8, Osen, With the next, number 36, 36, Herken Rotten. Line second, druga formacja. Number 7, 7, Men Rebecca. Number 12, 12, Kirkpatrick 4. Number 6, 6, Fire Catherine. Number 15, 15, Doderline Weather. Number 44, 44, Benassi Jamie. Line 3. Number 25, 25, Stefan Rachel. Number 16, 16, Creepy Monica. Number 17, 17, Zeng A. Number 83, 83, Gallagher Madeline. Head coach, Missy Rose.
Well, hello and welcome. You are joining us in the beautiful city of Dolny Kubin for the 2025 World Para Ice Hockey Women's World Championships. And the excitement is building. We have got a stunner of an opening game for you guys. Australia v USA. Charlie, how excited are you?
Yeah, I'm really excited for this one, Freya. This has been a long time coming for both of these teams, and I think both teams are really feeling like the pressure of it's finally here, let's put on a good show for the fans here. The stands are full here, but we had a great opening ceremony yesterday in Dolny Kubin, Town Square, and it is such a great atmosphere. I'm so excited for what we were about to see. We've got two great teams here. We've got Australia, new to a competition, but then we've got USA, who have been unstoppable for the last 3 Women's World Challenges. Tell me a little bit about Australia, Freya.
Yep, so Australia coming here, like you say, new kids on the block. We've got some that competed at Team Pacific last year, so it's great to see that progression through from the Women's World Challenges to now have their own national team. So we're starting with our goalie, Erica Gosling from Victoria. In defence, we've got Sonia Newman, Linda Holt, Belinda Green, and out on forwards we've got Natalie Mellors and Noella Angel. Talk us through USA. We got, like you say, we've got the absolute giants of the sport, pioneers, unbeaten, undefeated. Talk me through USA.
Yeah, I mean, in the run-up to this competition happening, we've had 3 World Challenges. That's where we've had Australia, we've had USA, we've had Canada, we had Great Britain, and a Team World, and eventually a Team Europe and Pacific. And Team Pacific had some of those Australia players as well, but in those competitions, USA have just been dominant, and every single gold medal has been theirs. So they're here, they're ready to keep winning. They come here 3 times Women's World Challenge champions, and they want to make themselves world champions here. We've got great starting lineup. We've got Hope McGalkey, who, you know, is a great name to have in goal, because she actually graduated from a world team at one of those competitions to then be, you know, starting for USA in the first ever game. And what a story that is. And then also starting, we've got Katie Ladley, we've got Madison Eberhardt, and then we've got our captain Erica McKee up in the centre. We've got Kelsey DeClaudio, and we've got Caden Hirschenrother. But yeah, there's the team there. And look at that, that's Rose Misowicz. She is great. Every time I see her, there's a smile. You know, you're not going to believe it at home, but oh my goodness, she is such a great person to have around this sport. She cares so much about this sport as well.
Absolutely, and USA have been fantastic for the development of the growth across the world. You know, I remember that first Women's World Challenge in 2022, and the USA team donated a bunch of sticks to the Great Britain programme, which is fantastic. And yeah, Rose is, like we say, an undefeated coach, so the pressure is on her shoulders at this tournament.
Yeah, for sure. And, you know, Australia, they're going to be realistic about their goals here, but they're going to want to come out fighting in this first game. They're going to want to put their mark, and then they're going to be like, look, we're one of the first 5 nations to be in this sport, in this Women's World Championship. And they're going to want to keep their spot and make that a better spot as well. Yeah, we've got a really good game to come up here, and I think USA are going to teach them a lesson or two maybe, but they're going to be gracious about it, because every single woman on that ice cares about this sport.
Yeah, 100%. It's about the growth of the game, and we've seen some standout stars in Australia. You know, they're not coming in here as brand new players. Rosalie Principe has played in the Open squad at the Seapool. So it's fantastic that she can bring that experience to this side and really be a leader in that team for their opening game. So I'm sure the nerves out there are outrageous.
And talking about women on the ice, we've got 3 in the middle of all the action there. We've got the referee, Philippa McKinnon from Great Britain. She has made appearances already at the Women's World Challenge, but what a game for her. The first game of the World Para Ice Hockey Women's Championship, and we're going to be saying that a lot. Inaugural, first ever, it's going to happen a lot, because, you know, this is something new, and this sport is here to stay. Yes. We've also got, as line persons, we've got Anne-Sophie Boniface from France, and we've also got Eva Molikova, a local here from Slovakia.
And the locals here have really been looking after us. You know, I think are we on day 3 now? Day 1 of the games, but we've been out here a while, and they've been really looking after us. The local organising committee has smashed it out the park with the opening ceremony last night, even down to the blankets we're about to be sat under on the comms box. It's fantastic to see the locals come out, the stands are packed, the atmosphere's building, and I really hope you guys are excited as we are for the start of the Women's World Championship.
Yeah, and in case you're wondering, we are sat right in the stands with all the fans here, but we're getting ready for puck drop here, and this is going to be the first face-off ever of a Women's World Championship.
We are watching history in the making here as Angel and DeClaudio take down for the first ever face-off. And we're underway. How excited. Straight into the Australia's defensive zone. USA are on attack, and they are a formidable team. They love cycling the puck. First shot, first goal. We are 3 seconds into the 2025 World Para Ice Hockey Women's World Championships. And Kelsey DeClaudio, the captain of the team, leading by example with a top bin shot.
Yeah, if it's going to be anyone, it's going to be Kelsey DeClaudio. She has been an absolute force for this team. You know, and she's not going to stop, I don't think, but that's probably going to signal what this game is going to be about. It's going to be about USA just controlling and cycling that puck. And here we go.
Yeah, we can see on the replay here, they're just cool, calm, collected. They know exactly where each other are. An easy goal there for Kelsey. And we're back underway. We've got number 11 entering Australia's defensive zone. We're going to see a shot on goal. Oh, unlucky. Off the foot of her sled there. It's really tricky to get that shot underneath your blades. It's really a tough skill to get that shot underneath your foot plate. And we see the classic USA here and their clinical precision in cycling the puck, and they just find that perfect opportunity, make sure the right people are in the right places to get that shot off.
And this is where Australia are going to learn, I think, because the USA are just so good at cycling that puck. As the Claudio flips it towards number 13 there.
Yeah, fantastic knowledge there to cover the puck and give Australia some breathing space from the goalie for Australia.
Yeah, that's Erica Gosney right there. There's probably going to be nerves from her as well, starting goalkeeper of Australia's first ever international women's game. Yeah. Freya, you've been in that situation before. How was that for you?
Yes, I have faced USA in goal, and I can say it's not an easy process, but you can get dizzy with the way they just cycle the puck and run round and round and round, but it was a fantastic stop there to cover the puck, and I think everyone will settle down now that first goal is on the board.
And here we go, we've got a chance here. They're clearing the zone here, and USA are going to come back. They're just going to regroup and just try to cycle that puck again. And for Australia, it's really important they get their defensive stature together.
Yeah, we really need to see that shape from Australia to get them in the zone. But the trouble is, USA are just so fast-paced, so skilled. There's such experienced skaters out there on the ice. I do think they're going to be running rings around Australia.
Yeah, you can just see them clearing the puck then. It wasn't icing, luckily for them. But yeah, you can see Australia, just what they're trying to do. They're just trying to keep the puck out by any means necessary. And we've got Rosalie Principe here. She was fantastic in Seaport, and it was really good to commentate over those games as well. I'm really excited to see how she performs in this tournament.
Yeah, I hope you pull out the same outfit for the finals here as you did there.
You might be lucky.
Stolen away there by the number 15 for Australia. Pass through the middle.
Yeah, we saw Australia a little bit time of the puck there, and I'm not quite sure they knew what they were doing and who to pass to, and I think that's really important that they need to know, okay, I've got the puck, where am I going and who am I passing it to?
I think definitely after this first game's under the way, it'll be the toughest game of their campaign, so it'll be fantastic to see how they grow through this tournament and really have that confidence with the puck. And another fantastic stop there by the goalie Erica Gosney to cover the puck and give him some breathing space. Yeah,
fantastic from Gosney. She let up that goal in the first 13 seconds, but now she's a bit more alert and she's seeing how USA are playing a little bit and stopping those pucks.
We've got a line change here for both sides. A fantastic first shift, like we say, the inaugural, the first ever. We're at the 2025 World Para Ice Hockey Women's World Championships, and we're about to see the second shift in from both these sides.
And the atmosphere is great here with the fans behind us. Here we go, we've got the captain of Australia taking the face off here.
Oh, fantastic pass in from Katie Ludley. Oh, off the post. Unlucky there from the number 83, Madeline Gallagher for USA. They recycle the puck and find that space again. Australia pushing out, pressing hard on this puck, which is leaving them a bit exposed in the middle. But I think that communication will come throughout the games for them as they build their team camaraderie. Another great save there.
Yeah, Monica Quimby is right in front of that net there, just trying to get into the action and make herself available for a pass to get that puck in. Australia did great to shut that down.
Yeah, we saw Australia, they took a 6-day training camp here in Slovakia, in Dolny Kubin, before the game, so it's fantastic to see that they had that opportunity to get that time together as a team and really build on their process goals throughout this tournament. Katie Ludley at the top. A fantastic stop there. Australia could do with clearing the puck and buying themselves some time. Oh, an unlucky miss there from Gallagher.
Yeah, that could have been dangerous for Australia if Gallagher had got enough pitch on the puck there.
Oh, unlucky. A good clear out there from the captain from Australia.
And then we've got Eileen Zheng from USA, who was actually another graduate from Team World originally. It's great to see her on the ice and competing at this high level. It's really great stuff that these players have grown and been selected by USA.
And she actually opened our campaign at the Women's World Challenge with the first ever goal in 2022. So yeah, it's incredible to see her now back on the ice in the red, white and blue. Australia got lucky there with in the middle of a line change, but a miscommunication on the puck bought them some time to get back into their box defence.
Yeah, and the puck slips out of the zone. It's going to force USA to come back and regroup and do what they do best, cycle that puck. And here we've got DeClaudio again, passing into the centre.
Oh, Erica McGee with a goal from Erica McGee. A fantastic from the captain there. And she's one of the founding members of this USA team. She's been in the side since 2007. And that leadership shows on and off ice. Fantastic for her to get a goal in this first game.
Yeah, great goal here from Erica McGee. Look at that, just switching hands and getting that puck in, sliding it under the goalie. Wow, what some great stuff here from USA. And that's a captain that is determined to get some more pucks in that net.
We're back underway and DeClaudio on the puck, and she could run rings around everyone. She is the GOAT in the women's game, a fantastic athlete, and just one of them players you can't take your eyes off on the ice. It's really exciting to see her take such good leadership of this team. As Rachel Steffen takes a shot, unfortunately just wide of the post, but DeClaudio there to pick it up, and you guessed it, they recycle the puck.
Yeah, and if you look, we've got Linda Holt there just in front of the net, trying to protect it, trying to make sure that the USA don't get those opportunities at the back door.
We can see Australia now pressing out on that puck, putting some pressure on the players. Holt is another player that was at the Women's World Challenge and plays for the Newcastle North Stars. And at 53, she's one of the oldest members out here today. Used to be a Paralympian in discus, and her silver medal discus throw was actually the equivalent from the boards to the blue line, which is incredible, at the 2000 Sydney Olympics. So what an honour to play at our home games.
And that's the thing here, we've got Paralympians from all kinds of sports here competing at this level as well.
Definitely, we can see that cross-training. A lot of the Australia players actually come from dressage and equestrian, and that core strength you need to ride a horse will really pay dividends when you're in the sled, because let me tell you, as an ex-player, it is not easy to stay on those blades. Yeah,
I've been in one of those sleds a couple of times, and it's really difficult. I don't know how you do it. You look at Gosney here. She saw the puck coming and she knew where it was going to go. She's doing really good actually positionally, and I think she's doing good not to get overwhelmed by USA's speed.
Definitely taking that composure there to stop the puck, then cover it, rather than rush to it and knock it out for a second shot. We've got a line change in.
At the moment we've got just a short break, commercial break. And this is a good chance for the teams to actually go back to their benches for 45 seconds and just refresh on what they're doing. And if you hear, look, we've got Lauren Roethlisberger here. She's just working them through the lines and what's happening.
It's fantastic to have the Roethlisberger family here. They played such a crucial moment for the World Challenges and for our times in Green Bay. So yeah, it's incredible to see her now on the bench with the USA team.
Yeah. Oh, Australia here for war. Look at that war paint they've got on right there.
I love that. They know they're writing history. They know they're here, not just for the win, but for the history making, inspiring the next generation to come through. And like you say, it's fantastic. We've got someone on the Pacific continent now, and we cover across the globe for the sport.
Yeah, that's really important. We want this sport to be global, and for Australia to be here, competing on this level, it's so great.
And if anyone's at home watching, we know it's a bit late for you guys in Australia, but we love that you're tuning in. Join us in the chat on YouTube and get involved.
And there you go, the puck just covered again. Dolny was trying to get that puck under, and yeah, another great stop by Gosney.
A fantastic stop there.
Yeah, I've seen in the chat we've got people from across the globe, but from New York City, Hawaii, and we've got some joining us from Australia as well. Even though it's quite late at night there, they don't want to miss this.
Kelsey De Claudio on the puck at the top. Oh.
We just have Priya Cooper there, just defending her goalie as Dolny tried to make an attack there.
And we are in the presence of Paralympic royalty with Priya Cooper. She is a 9-time Paralympic gold medalist and the first Paralympic swimmer to enter the Australian Hall of Fame. She used to swim in the S8 classification and she's a 12-time world championship. So yeah, we are in the presence of sporting greatness in number 3 Priya Cooper for Australia.
And that's the great thing about this sport, that it draws people in from elsewhere to compete at this level and in this sport. And it's so great that we have such great athletic culture in this sport.
And for her debut Paralympic Games at 17 years old, she actually had to do a crowdfunder to get to the Games. And Australia have worked very, very hard on their crowdfunder to get to this game. So that legacy and that leadership she's brought to the side is incredible to see. And it's how we're going to grow the game. Oh, great shot from the top there. Bounced off defender number 9, Linda Holt.
And I think from USA here, we're seeing the classic USA play of just doing what they do, doing it well, but not trying to rush and overwhelm their opponent. They know they've got control of this game, so they're just letting themselves enjoy it, and set each other up, cycle that puck, and do what they do well.
Oh, a miscommunication on the pass there. We'll see USA have to clear the blue line, not the offside. Australia have a chance to attack in the neutral zone. Oh, fantastic shot by Rebecca Mann. Another incredible save there. Erica Gosney is having the game of her life right now.
Yeah, I'm really impressed with Gosney. I think she's kind of one of the standout at the moment from Australia. She's really keeping the team alive there, and I think it's inspiring the rest of the pack further up the ice as well. To let's do it for our goalie. If our goalie's making these saves, let's keep going.
Absolutely, holding the fort for the green and gold there.
And we've got Rosalie Principe for the face-off here for Australia. Principe actually competed at Seaport with the open team, mainly men, and she did a great job there. And Australia didn't have the best tournament, but I was talking to the players and the coaches, and they grew in that tournament, and I think she also grew as a player from that.
Oh, fantastic save again there from Erica Gosney.
Into the glove of Gosney. I don't know what it is about Australian goalies, but whenever I've seen them, they've always turned up and they've always made really impressive goals. She's happy with herself.
So she should be. An incredible job. For it to be 2-0 against the undefeated, the best team in the world.
And that was a really awkward bobble there of the puck, and she still got it. It came out the glove, but she grabbed it back in. Great moves there from Gosney.
And we're back underway here. USA in a dangerous spot. Oh, unlucky, missed the shot there, but they'll recycle round. The communication within this team, they've always got each other's backs. A pass out there from De Claudio. She could have turned and shot that. She knew that would have gone in, but just cycle that puck. Get the right shot is the most important thing for this team. Really controlling the pace of this game is De Claudio. Pass to McKee, cross the ice. Drop that puck up, off. Oh, unlucky. An unlucky shot there from De Claudio.
A rare mistake from De Claudio there, and I think it's really showing that, the impressive shots from Erica Gosney are probably, surprising the USA a little bit. They probably came in, thought they can control every aspect of this game. They didn't account for Australia actually showing up defensively.
You can tell the work they've put in behind the scenes. This team was only formed in May of this year when they had a selection camp down in Newcastle. So it's really incredible to see the growth of this team in such a short amount of time.
There we go, Jamie Benassi holding the puck off. Oh, Dudline there with a shot that just went into the net. I think Erica Gosney was put off guard by that. Yeah, great shot there.
And that takes us to 3-0 here. An unlucky goal, but I hope that doesn't knock the confidence of Erica Gosney. Like we say, she has had a game of her life right now.
And look at that, it was really close as well.
Oh.
Her glove just wasn't down, the block just wasn't down far enough.
Lyra Dolny with an incredible shot there to make that angle, to get that between the post and the keeper was an incredible skill.
Third goal for Team USA, scored by number 15. Assisted by number 6.
Number 7, Rebecca Mann with the puck just round the back of the goal, looking for that pass in the middle, looking for that perfect shot here. Oh, unlucky shot. Very smart there from the number 3, Priya Cooper. Lay on the puck. If in doubt, just lay on it.
Is that your tactic while playing?
It has been, no.
I think we're actually seeing quite impressive positioning here from Australia. It's just they don't quite know what to do with the puck once it's near them.
Oh, and unlucky, but a fantastic goal there by Jamie Benassi from the Cincinnati Icebreakers to take us to 4-0 here in the first period of the first ever World Para Ice Hockey Women's World Championships.
Yeah, great work from Benassi there. And look, the great thing about this sport, that the ambidextrous, how would you say that? Probably like that. Being able to control the puck with both hands is impressive, and it's hard to master. And USA, they've mastered it, and they're really working on that level.
And to get such a sweet shot off the back of your stick there is a really challenge. We used to get shouted at if we hit off the back of our stick because it can be so unpredictable. Oh, we might see Australia enter the attacking zone here as they're battling in the neutral.
And this is what Australia have to take from this game. Those little moments where they manage to get into the zone.
Oh, what a save! Such a dangerous pass into the centre there from the number 83, Madeline Gallagher. But again, an incredible save by Gosney.
Yeah, and if you look then, we had that great little fist bump from Eileen Zhang and Gosney. There's just such respect on the ice. Look at this. Oh. I think both teams are just thriving in this environment, just learning, and USA, they get to use their systems and get up and down the ice. But Australia, I know they'll be thriving in this environment as well. When I spoke to the Australian team at Seaport, they were using every single game as a practice session. They were learning how to use these systems and these complicated patterns that the other team were throwing at them. And, the stand-up performance of that tournament was their goalie as well. So to see another Australian goalkeeper really putting up saves is really great to see, and I think Australia are going to do well going forward.
Yeah, it'll be great to see them grow through this week and through the years. We're here on track to get women's para ice hockey into the 2030 Paralympic Games. So to see them grow over the next 5 years towards that will be incredible, and I have no doubt that Erica Gosney will be front and centre for this team for a long time coming off the back of this performance. Yeah,
and I'm wondering we see it every break, USA go back to the bench and they're talking, they're always talking through. Australia kind of stay where they are and ready for the face-off. I wonder if there is going to be value in them going back to the bench and actually talking to coach.
It's the psychological warfare, they're staying ready, they know, they don't need tips, their defence is on point. Another puck cover there from the keeper will take us to a face-off.
And if you just see constantly USA, they've always got people in the right places, right? They keep in their shape. They know who they're going to be passing to and who's the next person to get the puck. It's really impressive stuff from the USA and just showing off exactly what they're here to do.
Yeah, they're such a connected team. They've been working hard together for such a long time, and that's what's made them unbeatable. To know where each other is without looking. Oh, cheeky backdoor shot there from the number 17. Aling Zheng, who, like we said, opened the scoring for us in the Women's World Challenge in 2022. To see her get a goal on the board as we take it to 5-0 in this first period.
And probably quite importantly for her as well, a goal for USA. Every single goal is going to be their first goal at a World Championship. This is such special moments, and we get to see them multiple times a period. It's exciting stuff here.
We are writing history, and yeah, the crowd is loving it. The crowd is packed. It is such an atmosphere in here. De Claudio takes the puck over the blue line, dumps into the corner.
USA actually offside there.
Goodness me. Uncharacteristic error there. I'm sure Coach Rose will not be impressed. It's exciting now. We get to take the puck to the neutral zone.
Australia will be hoping they can make them do that a little bit more. But look at this. We've got the green and gold of Australia here against the red, white and blue of USA.
It's just so exciting for the sport to see another brand new nation, and we've got another brand new nation here at this tournament. We've got Norway coming in to compete, so the growth continues, and it's all down to the hard work these ladies on ice are putting on, and all the backroom staff you'll see around the rink. Oh, great shot, but a fantastic save there by 13, Erica McCosney.
And we've got the whole bench cheering there, but not just the bench, but we've got, there's people here from other teams. They're all applauding Australia right now. There's a bit of backing the underdog, but at the end of the day, they just want to see this game thrive. And that's what I love about this environment. It's a competitive World Championship. Teams are here to win, but also teams are here to see the sport grow. I think we've got to say about Australia as well, they've got some players here who've played for 11 weeks.
Wow.
And competing at a World Championship.
Goodness me. I was watching them train yesterday as they were adjusting their sleds, and yeah, that makes sense if they've not been in it for 4 months yet. Oh, a mistake there from USA. Can see number 15 for Australia pick up the puck, Sonia Newman.
And USA are going to be thinking a lot after this game. If they make those mistakes against other teams, if they make that mistake against Canada, that puck is going into their zone. They need to watch out for mistakes like that.
Absolutely, there'll be definitely bolts to tighten after this game. They'll go back, and they've got a fantastic setup, the USA. They've been under USA hockey umbrella since 2018, so it's incredible to see the support they get back home, and the backroom staff will be there clipping up video, drilling them hard to make sure they don't make those mistakes again next time. But no doubt there'll be nerves out there. Even though they are undefeated, best in the world, you are still about to take your debut on the world stage, so there will be nerves from both teams out there. Oh, cheeky little shot under the sled there. A fantastic goal.
Yeah, and that's Madison Everhard there with a goal. And I think that's it, isn't it? It's just the total awareness of where the puck is, where my sled is. I can put it under my sled, under myself, get in that goal there. Gosney's, it's going to be hard for Gosney to see that. And once she plays the sport a little bit more, competes a little bit more, she'll be able to watch out for goals like that. But it's really good stuff from Australia, but USA just doing what USA do. They're 6-0 up first period, and they're just working through their system. They're not attacking aggressively like they might in other games. They're just making sure that what they're doing, they do it well, and they're just working their systems.
6 goals for Team USA.
And like you say, USA will be looking ahead to that gold medal game. They're not here just to play. They're here to get gold. They're here to set the tone. So every session, every game will be working towards that final on the 31st of August. As you see, they just cycle the puck here, wait for that right moment to get it into the middle.
And you'll see at the bottom of your screen, green is actually ready for Australia to get possession. They're still giving themselves the option to break out if they need to.
Yeah, I think the forwards will be itching to get that puck out of this zone. Oh, dangerous pass across the middle. Stop there. Priya Cooper just misses it. Can she get it on her left hand? Oh, unlucky. 83 Gallagher takes it around the back of the net.
And if you see there, Gallagher's just letting that pass ready for man to grab. And, it's about that awareness that USA just have. They know where their teammates are and they know who's going to pick the puck up.
They've got some real veterans in this side, so they've been playing together for a very long time. Rebecca Mann, we actually see get player of the game against Team Pacific in the Women's World Challenge 2024 for a standout performance and goal.
And talking about Team Pacific, we had a few members on there who are now playing for Australia.
Definitely, it's cool to see Linda Holt and goodness me, Rosalie Principe out here, graduating from that Pacific lineup into the national team. That shows just how they left Norway in October 2024, went back and drilled that message home in every possible avenue they could to make sure that they had enough players here for a debut squad, and it's incredible to see.
And that's how important these events are. It's not just about the teams competing and getting gold, but it's also about the teams who get that bit of interest and they want to come back next year with their own squad.
And we hope to see that off the back of our Team World here competing. We've got 4 players from Czechia, and we hope to see that pattern continue for other nations as we build to hopefully the 2030 Paralympics.
I feel a bit bad, but we've not mentioned her name once because she's not seen much action, but Hope McGalkey was also part of that Team Pacific, so she's playing against former teammates right now.
That's so true. It's fantastic to see the camaraderie of this sport. You go back to the hotel and everyone's together and everyone's enjoying it. And we just finished the first period of the debut inaugural World Para Ice Hockey Women's Championships.
Yeah, we're going to have to say second for the first time of this broadcast. But let's just talk about that. Australia, USA. Australia, they're doing better than I thought they would. I don't want to, disparage them, but they're putting up a performance, especially that goalie there, Erica Gosney. USA, I'm also surprised at, but they keep missing the mark a little bit, and they keep missing the passes, and that's just those little things they're going to have to tighten up before they get to those big knockout games.
Yeah, we'll really have to see them, like you say, tighten up on those as we go through. But yes, Australia have an incredible starting game. But look at our scorers: McKee, Dodeline, Bensi, Lindsay, and Eberhard coming in, and not to forget Kelsey Leader Claudio, of course, the GOAT, with a goal. I think that was in 10 seconds, 13 seconds.
13 seconds, yeah.
Goodness me.
But yeah, well, it's a 6-0 game, but the spirits are high for both teams. We're going to just take a short break, but in the chat, let us know where you're watching from. I can see you. I'm so excited that we've got people who are up early or up late watching this game. It's really exciting, and I'm so glad you're here for the first ever World Para Ice Hockey Women's Championship. And here we got some highlights.
Like we said, that first goal within 13 seconds from Kelsey. It's such a dangerous pass across the middle there for the USA for their second goal. Cheeky round the back there from... The knowledge to get that drop-off pass there to McKay was incredible. And here we see again that dangerous pass into the middle. And Benassi with a backhander. It was unlucky for Priya Cooper there. But USA just capitalise on that. Their transition is impeccable.
Yeah, exactly. And I think a lot of the goals we've seen are actually, just from things that Erica hasn't learnt yet as an ice hockey goalie. We're going to take a break now. We'll see you back here in 12 minutes. Thank you very much.
We need you to join the next generation of women in para ice hockey.
Para ice hockey is an exciting, fast-paced sport.
Athletes with lower body physical impairments sit on sleds and use their sticks to skate.
It is a game of speed, skill, and teamwork.
Our sport is growing fast, with more women joining than ever before.
But there's something even bigger on the horizon.
In order to compete as a women's division in the Paralympic Games,
We need more women from around the world to join us.
The mixed tournament has been a Paralympic event since 1994.
But there's only 3 women that's ever competed.
That's why World Para Ice Hockey is developing a women's division.
And you can be a part of it.
You don't need any experience to get started.
Just a drive to be part of something amazing.
We're building a future where women's para ice hockey has its own place on the world stage.
And we need more players like you to make that dream a reality.
So reach out to World Para Ice Hockey today.
We'll connect you to your national organization.
Tell your friends, share this video, or come out and play.
같이 파라 아이스 하키 하자.
black team, Australia and Team USA.
And welcome back as we see the players take to the ice here for the second period, as we said, at the first ever Women's World Para Ice Hockey Women's Championship.
Yeah, we're back to the second ever period of the Women's World Para Ice Hockey Championship, and that joke is never going to get old. Look, we're at a 6-0 game right now, but I think we are pleasantly surprised at how Australia are coping with this oppressive USA offence.
Yeah, they are relentless in their defensive zone, and I think it'll be interesting to see how much was spoke about on the USA bench, to see what nuts and bolts they can tighten between now and the end of this second period, to really make the most of those opportunities when they're dropping the puck off to each other. There seems to be sometimes a miscommunication with when and where that puck's going to get dropped, so it'll be great to see them smarten up on some of those things. And as we see here now, as we said, the crowd is packed. It is fantastic to see so many out here, so many locals. We've got fans travelled from the USA to support their team. Chloe Kirkpatrick's family's here. You know, they travel all around the world to watch their play, which is incredible to see.
Yeah, talking about support, we've got support here in the chat about there's people watching from across the globe. We've got Los Angeles, Sheffield, England. We've got so many people tuned in from Australia as well. It's so good that you're with us. We're here for puck drop.
And Australia straight on the puck after that. They really need to clear it out the blue line, but Claudio's got it, dumps it to the corner for number 8, McKee.
Now you can actually see this corner a little bit better than we can, but yeah.
It looks like USA have overloaded this right-hand side as it takes them a little while to get their balance back. Like we said, that dangerous pass across the middle, they'll recycle it back, dump the puck in the corner.
And again, it's just that recognition of USA probably realised they were all on the right wing and just wanted to rebalance themselves on the ice.
You can see Australia come out with a real defensive structure here. They look a bit more organised than they did in that first period, and they're still out pressuring the puck. They're going for it. They're not sitting back. They're not worried. They're out pressuring that puck, and they're really ready to take this game by the horns. A dangerous pass into the corner there, but no one's there to pick it up. Number 15 there, just challenging for the puck, Sonia Newman. She actually comes from Darwin in the Northern Territory of Australia, and her travel time to the selection camp was by car about 40 hours.
Wow.
There is no direct flight from Darwin down to where their selection camp was, so it just shows the dedication that these athletes are putting in to get across the country to their training sessions, to their training camps.
And look, we've got USA making a really sloppy change for them. This is something they really need to tighten up here. But they've still got the puck. They've still got, total control of the zone here, and they're just going to cycle and give themselves opportunities as best as they can.
Yeah, uncharacteristic line change there from the USA, and now we are back to full strength. They've got all players on the ice as we cycle the puck around the back of the net there. A great opportunity here to clear out the blue line. Just missed, unfortunately, on the boards there by number 6 from Australia.
And this is the thing, Australia probably feel the pressure of needing to clear the puck but wanting to avoid that icing call, because then the effort's for nothing. It comes right back to your zone.
It's great to see Australia really pushing out though. They could sit in a really tight defensive shape and just let USA cycle around them, but they're really fighting for everything, and when they have the chance, they will push out to try and get that puck. Like we see here with Belinda Green, unfortunately just missing it there. Sonia Newman there to back her up.
Australia know they're probably not as fast as USA, but they're giving themselves the best chance possible to make that breakout happen and to give themselves that edge. Maybe give themselves a chance, but they're doing really well. I'm really impressed with Australia as they arrive on the scene here.
Yeah, I think they can go away from this game incredibly proud of their performance. An unlucky just hit the back of the blades there of her sled, but it did cross the blue line, so a fantastic play that will mean USA have to clear back before going back in for an offside call. And as they head in now for the attack, they'll cycle it back to Rebecca Mann.
And here we've got Australia pressuring for that puck now. And they know that they've been doing quite well defensively, and now they're trying to get that puck out of their zone.
Oh, and a great save there by our favourite player, Erica Gosney. And a smoother line change there by the USA team as well.
I mean, we've seen from the USA every World Challenge as well. They gear up little by little. They use these opportunities to work on those fundamental parts of the game, the passing the puck, the handling the puck, skating, and they ramp up to that last game where they know they've got to go big. And here we go, Lines Pierce and Molikova here. Slovakian official. Is so great to have local officials here, but also here at the World Para Ice Hockey Women's Championships, we've got a full female officiating team. And how great for the sport is that to have just women on the ice officiating and competing. It's amazing. It's
incredible to see, and it grows the development across the game. Took a tumble there by the ref, but back to her feet. Incredible to see the growth across the game, and it benefits both the women's game and the open game.
I think the refs got a bit nervous as we were talking about them.
Oh, great save.
And look at this, we're seeing Australia get really quite aggressive, trying to get that puck and give themselves that opportunity to break out. It's really good to see from Australia. They're not letting themselves sit back and just get goal after goal score past them. They're putting up a fight, and I love it.
Yeah, as they meet the team on the boards there, like you say, they're really pushing for that puck, and you can almost see a different level of confidence than we saw in them in the first period. You can see that first set of nerves have settled. They have grown into this game, and they're here to compete. They're not here to sit back, like you say, and get goal after goal on them. They're here to protect their goalie, protect their nation, and grow the game.
It's so important as well to see non-hockey nations such as Australia actually pioneering in this sport and being one of the first teams to bring a national team to this competition.
Yeah, if Australia can do it, there's no excuses. We need teams across the globe. If you're listening and you've not got a team in your country, get down, get it started. We want to see women's para ice hockey at the 2030 Paralympics. One thing we can't understate as well. I mean, USA make it. An unfortunate error there will mean they'll have to clear the blue line.
Yeah, they've just knocked it out of the zone. I'm not sure if it was intentional or not, knowing how USA sometimes play, but they're going to give themselves the opportunity to group up and get back in the zone.
But what USA do is they make it look so easy, and we can't understate the skill it takes to skate at this speed, to handle the puck with both hands, to turn on a dime. The skill level out there is unparalleled. Oh, great tackle there.
You can tell you've been you used to working on rugby there.
Yes, my mistake.
A great hit.
Tackles are not allowed in this sport. A great hit.
Freya's a really talented wheelchair rugby player, wheelchair basketball player, and I don't know where she has all the time for it, but she also broadcasts and is really talented at telling stories in these games. So I'm so glad that I've got her here commentating with me.
Oh, thank you, Charlie. That's lovely. A great save there. Cover the puck, get them to a face-off. And like we say, I'm joined by the very talented Charlie Skidder.
You got nothing good to say about me, though.
Hey, I heard you at Seapool, and the growth of the game that you've put into this sport, from 2022 when you joined us in GB at camp, it's incredible to see you come through the sport, and yeah, it's a joy to be sat with you right now to debut the games together.
I don't think it was entirely fair for the replay team there to show that replay. And look at that, we've got Erica Gosney there just ready for that next face-off, to face that next puck. She is really impressing me. And look at the fans, they're here for it as well.
Yeah, it's incredible to see them come down. We had a fantastic reception at the opening ceremony last night with the locals clapping us across the bridge to the town square. And yeah, like we keep saying, the atmosphere is amazing. It's so great to see so many come out to support this sport, to grow the game, and to make some noise for a debutant Australia be the undefeated USA.
An amazing aspect of this tournament is that it's all very local, so the hotel that the athletes are all staying in is incredibly local to the rink, but also the procession that happened for that opening ceremony, it was amazing. And, there were people that have been involved in sport for so long crying because for the first time it's felt like there's a real element of, okay, the sport is here, and we've got teams here to compete, and we've got people here to cheer on the sport as well. I love it.
I've been very grateful to attend quite a lot of opening ceremonies, but that was an extra special one last night. They really did put on a show for us. It was amazing to be a part of and to sit in the sunshine of Slovakia in Dolny Kubin here.
We've got Rachel Stephanie with the puck.
Oh, great shot from the top. An incredible save.
I'm not quite sure Gosney knows where the puck is, but that was a great, you've got the puck, see if it'll go in. Rachel Stephanie here, she's just taking a really speculative shot there, testing Australia just to see if there's any weaknesses there. We can get the puck past them. Erica Gosney's putting up a great performance here.
Yeah, I don't think there'll be any questions for Australia player of the game here. The save she's putting in, the confidence she's showing, the composure she's showing as well to cover that puck and to give her team some time, to give them some space. Oh, shot round the middle. Oh, unlucky, just left at the post. But it's brave of USA. It shows that they're having to put these shots on from the top rather than wait for that perfect moment. The goalie's doing such a great job, they're having to just get shots on. One of them will go in. Farity here with the puck at the top. She's dangerous on her right hand. A pass across. Oh, an unlucky miss there.
Yeah, and again, you can just see USA, they're testing their systems. They're seeing, if we can pull this off against Australia, hopefully it'll pay off against Canada if they face them later on.
Definitely. I think it's good to see them try those systems out, and they've got the group stages here before we go on to the knockouts, and it will really pay dividends in the long run, but USA having to clear the blue line now. And I think Australia have been caught short with not many home. Or pass back up to the blue line.
Yeah, I think Australia nearly caught short there. I think they learned the lesson of being too offensive isn't always great sometimes, and you need to have the skating power to get back to your position there.
And we see Gallagher down here in the bottom corner on our screen. Drops the puck off to Alan Zeng. Little nudge there from the Australia player, but...
And we've got every corner of the USA covered in this team as well. Madeline Gallagher, she's from Florida, which is not exactly hockey town, but she started playing age 10, and how important it is to have spaces where we can have young women playing the sport, and not waiting and having to travel ages, which so many of these players do, especially in other countries, to play with their local teams.
Definitely, it's such an inclusive sport, and USA do a fantastic job at domestic level, at club level, to ensure that everyone has a space to play, and they've got youth programs and as well out there, which is fundamental for the sustainability of the sport. This is the first ever Women's World Para Ice Hockey Women's Championship, but we hope for there to be decades and decades more. But to do that, we need these youth programs, we need that pathway and that sustainability in the sport, and USA have got it locked in.
Yeah, we got Gallagher there facing off against Principe, I think, on the face-off there.
Oh, great stop there. Hopefully clear the puck out here at number 15.
And there's a clear there from Australia. They've got it out the zone, and we've got applause here from the Norwegian team that are here watching.
It's definitely going to be about those games within the game. What are those goals? What are those successes we can get from this game? And aside from incredible goalkeeping, definitely that defensive clearance will be up there with one of the highlights, I think, for the Australia's side.
Yeah, there's just such support amongst teams. It's great, and there's a perfect balance of there's a competitive World Championship happening right now, but every team is stepping up and helping each other, and it's so great to see.
dangerous pass through the middle to 83 Gallagher, just left of the post, unfortunately. But they'll come back round, they'll cycle the puck and wait for that perfect opportunity. Oh, miscommunication there. Unfortunately, Australia caught on the back check, couldn't get that out.
And if you just watch USA, always heads up, looking for the players around the ice.
Oh, a fantastic goal there. Number 25, Rachel Steffen from the Cincinnati Stingers. She's a track and field multi-sport athlete. She was state champion in 2022 in the 400 and 200 metres. But now she's out here scoring at the debut World Championships. Incredible to see.
Yeah, this is great. And also, we talked about these clubs. Cincinnati, their club, I see on social media all of the time. They're so supportive of the women they've got here at the World Championship, and they just outpouring of love and support to them and rooting them on back home.
It's fantastic to see that support, because it's what's going to grow the game. We need that support across the globe, and USA out here being leaders, showing us how to do it. Oh, good hit there. Didn't say tackle, there we go. We'll see the Claudio come here, really slow down their attack and just take control of this and find the right moment.
De Claudio's actually been awarded 2 goals in the first period, but I'm not quite sure she got the second goal of the game. But if she scores a third, on the paper it's going to be a hat-trick, so she's probably, if she's aware of that, looking for that.
Definitely, and De Claudio, like we say, one of the goats of this sport, one of the greatest players we have. Miscommunication again there from the USA side, so they'll have to clear the blue line and recycle that puck. But De Claudio got a Sports Centre shout out during the sled series between Canada back in March 2025 for a cheeky round the back Michigan shot that was stunning. Twice she got it done.
Big enough doing it once, but doing it twice is just showing off, right?
Always, but if you've got it, flaunt it.
De Claudia is just, such a great person for the game, and she's been honoured in a local museum. She's such a great personality to have in the sport, and it's great to see her on the ice performing well as well.
Yeah, she's a real role model for all the other athletes from all the countries. She's always there with a happy face to help each other out, and she's great on social media to support each of the athletes. And yeah, the USA team are real leaders in this sport, and they're really helping grow that game. 6 here, Farity will just take the puck down as they try and find the right shape, cycle the puck round. An opportunity here to clear it. Oh, unfortunate there from Sonia Newman. Just can't quite get her balance on her blades today. I don't know if they've come in a bit too narrow, and maybe when we get back into the sheds after the game, they'll widen them for her.
And look, if you saw then, you get USA these opportunities and they're passing the puck. They want to give themselves the best opportunity possible to have that extra edge going into the competition. They know they could score a few more goals probably a period, but they want to see themselves challenge themselves and just work on those little systems.
Also, and they don't want to demoralise the teams they're up against. It's very, very tough to sit there as a defender and take 7, 8, 9, 10 goals. They know that we're here to grow the game. We're here not to just destroy each other. So they are pretty respectful in that, and it's great because it means everyone will get something from this game. It's not going to just be a battering. It will be a learning opportunity for both teams. And the puck just caught between the two players there, but cleared out to Dodelane. There we go. I might have said it right. Dump the puck into the corner there to 83 Gallagher, and this will really just allow USA to get a line change in, to get some space, and to really set up the play they want.
And as we're talking about these two teams, we've got a team here with players that have decades of experience in this sport, and then we've got a team here with people who haven't quite set up their sled correctly yet, and probably don't know and aware of their sled that much, and don't know what the best way to have it. So there is a big gap here, but Australia are giving themselves the best chance they can, and they're really working hard.
And they're really holding their own, and they're playing a very disciplined level of defence. We're not seeing any penalties out here, we're not seeing any crazy challenges, or they're really settling into this game and holding their own. As we close out the ending of this second period, we've seen a new level of confidence from this Australia side, and that will just continue to grow period on period, game on game, and USA tightening some of them bolts, and hopefully locking in what they need to for that as they look ahead to the final on Sunday.
I spoke to Coach Dawn a couple of days ago when we first arrived, and I said, you know, I feel a bit sorry for you. Your first game is against USA, and everyone knows their reputation. And she said, actually, no, it all gets better from there. And, you know, it's a bit derogatory towards yourself, but, you know, knowing that it's just going to get better. And look at that. We have another chance for the USA to shut down.
Definitely, yeah. They've got an opportunity to really build through this. And, fantastic save. Fantastic save there from Erica Gosney.
Yeah, I mean, Gosney, she is. I'm not sure she knew how she caught out, but, you know,
a stop to stop.
Yeah.
They all count.
Look at that. And great form as well, like, you know, putting it into the blocker as well. And, you know, USA, they might be passing on their chances a little bit when they have them, but they're putting on some great shots and testing Gosney here, and it's really impressive to see this. The crowd are loving Gosney's performance.
And the confidence she will take from this game through to the next, through to the one after that, and after that will be phenomenal. And it's really exciting to see her development through this game.
The head coach Rose there, she doesn't need to say much to the team. Team know what they're doing. She must be, you know, happy with some of their performance, but also just making sure they tighten up those few things.
Yeah, for sure, and I think there'll be some grace given. You know, there will be nerves out here. This is a big moment, and there is a lot of pressure on USA's shoulders to perform. As, you know, the reigning champions of the Women's World Challenges, there'll be a lot of pressure on them. But knowing they're undefeated, they can carry that into this head held high. So that is the end of our second period here, as it takes it to 7-0 USA.
And there is an element of USA going to have talked about their 3 times Women's World Challenge winners, but in a few years' time, nobody's going to be talking about them. They're going to be talking about World Championships, and you've got to be able to convert those into World Championships. USA are going to be working hard to make sure that they go home to the US with first place, with those gold medals.
As we take a break here for the second period, stay tuned and join us for the third as we finish off the first ever game of the World Para Ice Hockey Women's Championships.
We'll see you in a bit.
You to join the next generation of women in para ice hockey.
Para ice hockey is an exciting, fast-paced sport.
Athletes with lower body physical impairments sit on sleds and use their sticks to skate.
It is a game of speed, skill, and teamwork.
Our sport is growing fast, with more women joining than ever before.
But there's something even bigger on the horizon.
In order to compete as a women's division in the Paralympic Games,
We need more women from around the world to join us.
The mixed tournament has been a Paralympic event since 1994.
But there's only 3 women that's ever competed.
That's why World Para Ice Hockey is developing a women's division.
And you can be a part of it.
You don't need any experience to get started.
Just a drive to be part of something amazing.
We're building a future where women's para ice hockey has its own place on the world stage.
And we need more players like you to make that dream a reality.
So reach out to World Para Ice Hockey today.
we'll connect you to your national organization.
Tell your friends, share this video, or come out and play.
같이 파라 아이스 하키 하자.
and welcome back to our first game at the inaugural World Para Ice Hockey Women's World Championships. Said it again, we've caused a little bit of a stir with a conversation in the YouTube chat about wheelchair rugby now. We're talking about another sport, we probably shouldn't, but yeah, it's great para hockey. There's lots of people that compete in multiple events, multiple sports, and yeah, it's great to see the chat as well, to keep it coming. I saw as well, we've got a few legends watching as well. We've got Jack Wallace of Team USA, and also Kevin McKee. Obviously, we've got Erica McKee competing here, so he's going to be really cheering for USA as Erica captains the team here. But we've just seen a 1-0 period from Australia versus USA. Talk to me a little bit about that, Freya.
That is incredible, and like we were saying, the confidence that we saw Australia come out of that first period break into the second period with really paid dividends on the scoreboard. To have it just a 1-point deficit in that second period is outstanding from Australia, and a lot of that down to our favourite player, Erica Gosney, but also their defence. Their defence are holding their own with Sonia Newman, Jane Boardman, Linda Holt, and their attackers are just itching for that breakout. So we hope to see that now in this third period.
And as we cut to Australia there were just smiles in all the places, even coaches smiling. They are relishing this opportunity to improve their game and play against the best in the world currently. And then we got head coach Rose from USA. She's ready for the third period. She's ready. Look at that. She is such a great person to have around the sport, and you see her at the Athletes Hotel and talk to her. She just absolutely loves this game, loves these women as well, and it's so good to see a coach with such stature in the sport at a time like this. And here we go, we've got opening face-off there. And it's just for a brief time, but we were in Australia's attacking zone there, and USA was struggling to clear it. This is really good showing from Australia. We said last period, they're really getting into the groove here, and USA trying to not give them those chances, but Australia capitalising when they can.
Definitely, and we'll see them here. They've got a player down in the corner, so they're kind of a player down here, but still holding that defensive structure. And you know that they're being cheered on by the crowd here. The atmosphere is amazing. We've got the drums out, we've got the noise, and it's really building the atmosphere here for game one of the day. And we've got Team Norway down here supporting and watching on as well, which, like we said, the community in this sport is phenomenal, and the way that women support women on the same goal to grow the game is a beautiful thing to see.
I think Australia will be really itching to get our goal. They probably didn't expect to be in that situation, but they're probably now, okay, we're putting up a bit of a defensive masterclass now. Let's get it to our forwards, let's get up the ice. And they'll be trying to make that happen as much as possible, but I don't think USA will let them.
Yeah, USA are formidable in attack and defence, so it will be a tough ask for Australia to get out of that neutral zone into attack. But you know, Australia are full of heart, full of strength, and they'll be hoping for that in this last period of the first ever World Para Ice Hockey Women's Championship. Oh, and a stick lost there. The commitment to clear the puck, she sent a stick with it too.
And that's the thing, there's some things you're just going to expect against a team that doesn't quite know the sport, aren't quite comfortable in their sleds yet, but for them to actually turn up and play like this is phenomenal from Australia.
Sure, and you can see the players helping each other to get that stick back to each other. USA taking their time, waiting for that perfect moment. Here we go, we're probably going to see that dangerous cross ice shot. And they said cross court, goodness me. And Dolny just taking her time here, cycle the puck round, get her players in the right spot. The crowd is outrageous, we are loving it in here.
And the thing is, for USA, every single one of their lines is dangerous, but we're seeing some real chemistry between Benassi and Dolny happening here, Stefan as well.
Yeah, pass off there to Rebecca Mann, number 7. As she controls that blue line, keeping them in their play. Well, a chance here for Australia to really get stuck in
And this is what I love. The Australian players, they're going for it. They're just pushing themselves to 100%.
We love that there is no fear from the green and gold today. They're out here to make a statement, to make it known that they're on the world stage, and they've been training for this moment. You know, they've not just shown up and hoped for the best. They've been working super, super hard, for some of them for many years, some of them for a matter of weeks, but still the same. They're united on the same goal in that green and gold shirt. Or a risky pass back to the goalie there, but saved and covered to buy Australia some time.
Yeah, I'm not sure Kubin quite knew what to do with the puck there, but just wanted to get it to safety under Dolny's glove. We're seeing a lot of communication here from USA. They're shouting at each other, they're really communicating, and I think that's one of the key things you don't learn until you're in an environment like this, where actually it really matters to have that communication across the ice, not across the court. I don't think the Blades do very well on the word.
I think the Sports Centre staff would have our necks. But absolutely, communication is so key in this sport, and it's so difficult to hear each other on the ice, so you really have to be clear and concise with what you want to tell your players and what you want to tell your teammates, because there's not a lot of time. It's such a fast-paced sport, so you really have to be clear with that communication.
We just see Everhart against the boards here. We can't quite see it from our position, but yeah, USA, I think they are really just trying to get... Yeah, they're just trying to really get themselves set up and make sure they're scoring difficult goals is probably what they're looking for. They know that they could just fire the puck at the net constantly, but what they're trying to do is make it hard for themselves and make sure they know that they can score when they're in a pinch.
Absolutely, really gearing themselves up for that tougher game. And that was unfortunate there from Monica Quimby. As the puck bobbled up, she just kind of missed that shot, but a phenomenal player for this side and an incredible leader, and a championship winner with the Tampa Bay Lightning down in Florida.
Yeah, and that's what's great about having USA athletes here. We hear some familiar NHL team names, and what I love is that a lot of these teams are associated with para teams, or sled hockey as it is commonly known in the US. Yeah, Monica Quimby, she made national team within a year of starting the sport, which for a lot of other teams that we've got here is quite normal, but for a team like USA to make it to the national team, after a year of playing is really impressive.
As we take a quick TV timeout here, it is great to see both teams fighting till that last minute, and we've got 11 minutes left of the first ever game. It's exciting to see what USA will pull out. Will they keep cycling the puck, or will we see some breakouts finally from Australia?
And I think Australia have listened to the live stream, because they've actually now gathered on the ice and are talking to each other. Look at that communication there from the leadership team, from Principe, who's played in 2 World Para Ice Hockey events now. She played at the World Challenge last year for Team Pacific, and then played in Seaport in Bangkok. She knows what it's like to be on the stage like this and to face pressure as well.
Fantastic to see the crowd. That's the MISCO group. It's a group centre for adults with disabilities and learning disabilities, and they were out in full force last night at the opening ceremony. They're out here with their drums, with their flags. It's incredible to see them up and loving life.
And we had linesperson Boniface drop the puck there. Gallagher fighting for that puck. He's still stuck under some Australian sleds.
It's so difficult as a player when that puck comes under your sled and you've lost sight of it. That's where that communication comes in. You want your teammates to be like, it's on your left, it's on your right, because it's so difficult in the moment to find that puck. Oh, and a rebound goal there. Number 16, Monica Quimby. She made up for the bobbled shot just gone, and she gets her name on the score sheet.
Yeah, she got that shot finally. Monica Quimby, she's another great... Wow, every single player out here is a great role model for the sport, but there's so many players that, work so hard to grow this sport.
She's a standout star and a real leader in this team, and like you say, a leader for the sport across the globe. The joy on her face, it's 8-0, but every goal matters, every goal counts. This is a debut performance for every single one of these athletes. So that's her first ever World Championship goal, and hopefully one of many. As we clear the blue line with DeClaudio on the puck. She's so dangerous and so fast-paced. the way she's able to control the tempo of their attack and to really lead the team and get them in the right positions and really cycle that puck with intent, you know, not just because Coach Rose says cycle the puck, but because they're finding that right position, they're moving and shifting that Australian defence. You can see the Australian defence have to have their heads on such a swivel up against this the USA side because of their way they can just weave in and out of each other.
Yeah, there's some really active coaching going on from the Australian bench as well. The 3 coaches currently on the bench are all shouting out to the players, telling them their positioning, where they should be, and work a bit harder. They're probably running out a bit of steam. We're final 10 minutes of the game here. But what Australia needs to do is just keep that pressure up, keep going, and this is how they're going to learn.
Definitely. It's like jumping in the deep end to learn to swim. A great save there from Erica Gosney.
Oh, and that was a great move from McKee there. Just tried to sneak it under her sled, tried to catch Gosney off guard. I don't think anything's going to catch that goalie off guard at the moment.
Not today. I want to know what she had for breakfast because she has had an outstanding performance.
You stayed in the same hotel. You should have the same breakfast as her.
I actually missed breakfast this morning. I was a bit lazy, so I didn't go down. I'll find out for tomorrow.
And here we go. We've got the captain here of Australia lining up against the other line.
Yes, Noella Angel, number 8. She's from the Southern Australia. She was also one of the athletes that joined in the 2023 World Para Ice Hockey Development Camps down in Thailand, which was incredible to get some new faces and new people in sleds from that side of the world, coached under the formidable Espen Hedge, obviously, and Emma Poynton at that development camp.
I love that you called him Hedge, but I won't have you saying nice things about Espen.
Sorry.
He's left me from this desk.
Replaced. You've been replaced.
Espen's a great team manager of Team Norway who are here, and it's a great job. He can't be with us because that means he's doing his job.
Yes, and as we say, Team Norway down here spectating. They've not got a game today. They open their tournament tomorrow. It's fantastic to see them supporting the team, supporting the numbers in the Winter Stadium here in Dolny Kubin.
Yeah, and it's really important, as you mentioned, these development camps. The sport itself runs development camps for new athletes, from new countries, athletes from countries like what they compete in, to get expert advice from these coaches that have found success. Develop the skills and take those skills back to their home country and grow the sport. We've seen players go back to their countries and start programs and start clubs just because of that experience.
Oh, a risky pass back from Belinda Green there, but luckily Priya Cooper was there to double check it. We've got number 6 Farity from USA on the puck now as a line change happens and they get back into their rhythm.
Yeah, you see, USA know they can kind of take their time in making the line changes. They won't have this much time with other games.
Stefan looking dangerous in the middle of the ice with the puck there. Dumps it off to Alin Zeng, who is formidable on the right-handed shot. A battle on the boards, and we saw them training yesterday. We saw Australia training for this very moment on the boards, fighting for the puck.
They were battering each other along the boards, all legally, but it's just part of the game. What you have to do sometimes, get your body between the player and the boards. The training paid off, maybe.
Their transition from that scrappy defence back into their setup, back into their zone, is really something to be proud of for this team. Cooper there protecting that front post as they regather back into their shape.
You see there Gosney actually turning around. You don't want to be turning that much as a goalie, but I understand the need for a goalie to want to keep track of that puck and have that awareness of where the puck even is. But yeah, you see Gosney there, she maybe needs to position herself a little bit better, but as a goalie with her debut, you can't really fault the performance she's put in the rest of the game.
Oh, 100%. And playing, I know what it's like to sing goal against USA. You have to have your head on a swivel. You've got to have your whole body on a swivel because they are relentless and they're so rapid. So definitely she'll be getting a bit dizzy out there. But yes, like you say, her positioning here might be a bit too far out, and you might be leaving herself weak for that backdoor cross round, which they love to do as Alin Zeng comes round with the puck.
Yeah, I don't think you put yourself in that position if you'd seen those viral clips of Di Claudio doing a Michigan twice.
I might have changed my mind, yeah. Britain might not have been able to play that tournament. Sorry, guys. As they come back over the blue line now and just restart their cycle, it gives Australia a chance to get back into their zone as well. Their zone defence has been really strong. A 1 point deficit in that second period. You can see the confidence in them, period on period, game on game. I hope to see that grow.
And look at USA just dumping the puck in the corner there to make that change. They didn't even wait for the bodies to come out. They just dumped the puck because they knew they had that speed. They know they can make things happen. And you know, Australia, they might not have the speed yet that the USA have, and they need to compensate for that. They need to make sure their positioning is on point to make sure that they don't leave themselves weak for that goal that can come from USA at any point.
And you can see how hard they're working. You know, as a defender, as a player in any position, you know, you absolutely don't want your sled to be sat still. It is incredibly hard to go from stationary to moving. So as a defender, you can see Australia working incredibly hard to stay moving, keep their blades moving, get their figure of eights to make sure they can see the puck at all times. And yeah, I'd like to see that communication from the defenders from Australia improve, and then we might see Erica Gosney not have to move too much in goal, as the defenders will take the lead on where the puck is and where to be. A great dump pass from the Kirkpatrick, a 1-2 there. And as I say, it's cool to see her family are here in the stands, and they've travelled such a long way to come support the game. And you know, it's not just the players, it's not just the backroom staff, all the officials, it's the fans, it's you guys listening and watching at home, it's everyone here banging the drums in our ears. It's a collective effort to grow this game and to get us to the 2030 Paralympics. So it's incredible to see.
Yeah, if you're watching at home, the easiest thing you can do is just tune in and watch this epic sport happening right in front of us. You know, we are so lucky that we can get to watch this tournament live, but you can watch it live at home as well.
And we're here till Sunday, so we've got another game this afternoon, so make sure you tune in and follow the progress of these athletes. Australia, I think, do they take Norway tomorrow, which will be another tough test for them, as Norway are stacked with stars, but perhaps a more balanced game than this one, so exciting to see their development through that. I'm a bit sad we haven't got the Doug and Sully cam. I know Doug's not out here, but we have got Sully out here, Rebecca Mann's service dog. So we'll have a word with the director. Let's get the dog cam going.
Yeah, the first time I met Sully actually wasn't very well, and I was like, oh, I can't be unwell with this beautiful boy right in front of me. He was so cute, and you always see him while they're practicing, just on the side watching Rebecca do what she does. You know, I think Sully loves it as well.
Dangerous pass across the middle. You see US 14 just take the patience to not take that shot and cycle it back out. I hope you can hear the crowd at home, because it is fantastic to be sat in the stands with this noise. The passion for this game goes far beyond just the athletes, just the backroom staff. It's incredible.
Yeah, and you see USA, they're just really taking their time.
Well, a shot deflected off her own player there. That was a bit unfortunate.
You can see what they're doing. They're just making themselves make difficult shots, you know, and giving Australia lessons to learn as well. Erica Gosney covering the puck there. We've got another timeout as well, just team timeout, but is it a player timeout? I'm not sure. I think it's a team timeout. Yeah, Gosney, she's been mid-ball, and we're actually going to see Gosney leave the ice as Australia make a replacement in the final 2 minutes.
Yeah, Bridget McDonald comes onto the ice, and she was actually called up to this team as a reserve. So not only is there the nerves of training for your first games, but to be called up as a reserve. She wasn't a goalie. That's not the normal position she plays. So I've seen them work very hard in training to learn the basics, learn the ropes. So fantastic from the Australian staff to get her minutes in this first game and settle her nerves down in this tournament, so that everyone every player of the Australian team has got time on the ice today. So number 2, Bridget McDonald coming into net for Australia.
And here we've got Coach Rose, working through. They're probably working on specific plays, and just making sure they tying up those plays. And like we say all the time, the cycling of the puck. Look, their passing game is so good, USA. I love watching it. But we've got head coach Dawn here. I met Dawn at a previous event. She is a great person in the sport as well. She's really pushing it in Australia as well, which is such a hard nation to be pushing a sport like para ice hockey in. They travel so long just to make camps or to even play their games. This is great to see. We've got Gallagher here with Principe on the face-off. There's 2 minutes left of the game.
The dedication of these athletes, yes, to travel cross-country. USA similar with such vast spaces to travel through, but they've got so many more clubs, so they've got so many more opportunities to play. For Australia, they're travelling hours upon hours to get to games, and 4,000 kilometres between Sonia Newman's house and the selection camp in Newcastle in New South Wales, which is ridiculous to see that sort of commitment and travel to get to the games. Quimby just taking control here, slowing it down. We're just over 1 minute left of this first ever game.
And I think Australia a little bit tired now, as you would be, but they're still trying to push and get quite aggressively defend against the USA.
Yeah, they're putting some really long shifts because of the way USA cycle the puck. It doesn't give a lot of time or a lot of space for them to dump the puck and do a line change. So some of these Australian players are putting some really big shifts in their first tournament. So there's obviously going to be fatigue out there. And it's just unmatched with the USA strength and depth in their bench.
And we're seeing Linda Holt from USA actually trying to make a bit of a hit on USA. Just trying to, make a play happen.
Or just leave a bruise to let them know they were there.
A bruise to remember them by.
Yeah, a little souvenir. Rebecca Mann here with the puck, taking it through the middle. We've got Kirkpatrick looking for the pass. It'll be picked up by Gallagher. Dumped off to Kirkpatrick now. She'll take it around the back of the boards. As they just cycle this puck as we run down the clock. And that is 8-0 USA Australia in the first ever game of the first ever World Para Ice Hockey Women's Championships.
Yeah, I mean, this is the first page when they talk about the history books. USA are going to be happy. They've won a game. They're going to be happy every single game they win. They've had time to cycle that puck, make difficult decisions. We've got Australia here. They are so happy. 8-0. I think they would take that before this week. They're so happy to be here, and they improved period by period by period. I'm really sad we didn't get to see any shots on Hope McGalpy out of there, because she is also just a masterclass in goal. USA got 2 really strong goalkeepers, and it would be nice to see Hope make some moves. She's probably getting called down that end as well. But here we go. We have player of the match presentations here. I would have said Gosney, but there's plenty of performances in Australia that also it could have gone to.
What a moment here for the games, for these athletes, especially Australia. They have just completed their first ever para ice hockey game in the green and gold. What a moment for the country, what a moment for these athletes, and what a moment for the sport to see a country like Australia come through with not just your bare minimum. They've got a full squad, they have got depth, and it's exciting to see them. USA looking cool, calm and collected. They know they've come out and got the job done. They'll also know they've got to go back and tighten some bolts and get back to training and work on some things. As we see here now, the players of the game are out.
I missed who they gave to. Of course,
it was our favourite player, Erica Gosney. It was so well deserved. You can hear the reception from the crowd. You can hear the reception from the players on the ice.
I was speaking to Gosney, and she was nervous for this tournament, but it didn't seem like that with the performance she put in. What a class debut, not even for the team, but for her as an athlete on this world stage. Incredible work from Gosney. I'm so happy she got the award.
Definitely so well deserved. This legacy making, history making, and super exciting to see her take it home. Very well deserved.
And like we said, these history books, she got the first play of the game for Australia in their first game. At the first game, lots of firsts. Look at,
you can see what it means to them.
America.
A phenomenal effort. The reception from the crowd for these players is so exciting.
Are so happy. Look at them. They've been cheering her on. They cheer each other on. And we've got other teams here. Norway here. They haven't got games today, and they're cheering on Australia. They know what it's like, and you know they're going to be the newbies tomorrow when they make their debut.
Absolutely, yes. And for USA, the player of the game is number 25, Rachel Steffen from the Cincinnati Stingers.
Icebreakers.
Icebreakers, my mistake. That's all right. 2 mistakes in the opening game. I'll take that. I'll take that.
Look, Rachel Steffen, she's always consistently performing for the USA as well. Look, the emotion on both their faces. Rachel's ecstatic. Erica, I'm not quite sure she knows what's happening right now. She's so excited for, you know, the anticipation must have been really real today. And we'll break for the national anthem of the winning team, USA, in a moment. I think they're still taking photos. There we go. Yeah.
It's incredible to see, like you said, they had a 6-day training camp before this moment, so their build-up was even longer. Their travel time was ridiculous. So waiting for this very moment has taken its toll. But they're done. They've completed their first ever game. And congratulations to Erica Gosney for getting player of the game in the history books.
Yeah, Rachel Steffen as well, another great performance. USA, they were performing really well, and Steffen, she got those points there. She did a great job.
You can hear the noise in this winter stadium down in Dolny Kubin. It's fantastic to get the support from the locals.
And we're now going to break for the USA national anthem. To make history, the first game win at World Championship for USA, they're going to be ecstatic after that. But what performance from those teams? I'm really impressed with Australia. I think they put down those foundations. You know, they've written the first page of their story here, and you know it's up from here for them. And that's exactly what Dawn said to me when I was talking to her. Dawn Watt, head coach, she's saying, you know what, it's only up from here, and you know, they've put themselves at a pretty good spot if they're only going to go up from here. I'm really excited to watch them play them, and as they go on to play Norway tomorrow. You know, those are going to be really good games, I think. And of course, USA's next game will also be against Norway. That could be a bit more of an interesting game, because I think we're kind of expecting Norway to have a bit more about them. We know they've got sharpshooters like Lena Schroeder, and they've got talent in that team that we might not necessarily anticipate from Australia. So I think USA are going to have to up their game a little bit just to make sure that they keep on top of them. But I have to give it to Australia. What a great debut for them. on the biggest stage, and yeah, they're so happy here. The crowd are cheering them on, and this is what I want to say to you, Dolny Kubin. Thank you. You know, we've got fans here cheering every team, and I absolutely love that atmosphere. To have teams cheering you on in a different continent must mean the world to both Australia and USA. We're going to be back here later on. We've got a great game coming up. We've got Team World versus Canada. They've always, you know, been, you know, number 2 and kind of number 3, you know, at the World Challenge events. We're going to see a really good game from those, and we're going to see if Team World can upset Canada. We've got that coming up in a couple of hours. We're going to cut to some highlights of this game though, because how phenomenal is this? And this is the goal that opened up those pages. Kelsey DeClaudio with what she does, back of the net, you know, great wit from Kelsey, and it really put a stamp down of what they're here to do, what USA are going to do this whole tournament.
Definitely, I think a goal that early really settled both teams. They came back straight away with their second from Captain McKee, which was fantastic to see, and it was really dangerous. That swoop round the back that USA are able to do really opens up and shifts their defence to give them lanes to shoot through.
Yeah, what a captain to have on your side as well. We've seen great things from Erica McKee.
The teamwork and the connection this USA have is what makes them unstoppable.
And these are things that Australia can learn as well. If they can learn to communicate like USA do, if they can learn to be as speedy as USA are, they're going to jump forward in this sport. You know, we're really seeing Australia, both the men and women, really grow, and this is such a great time to be growing when we've got a sport about, you know, we're trying to get the women's para ice hockey into those Paralympic Games. This is such a pivotal moment, and it's great that Australia are already on board. They're on the train already.
And the development we will see from this side over the next 5 years will be phenomenal. It's exciting to almost see whether the developing nations catch up to USA. Can USA climb even higher? There's such a well-drilled, skilled, fast-paced team, clinical shooters, precision on offense and defense. It'll be interesting to see as the rest of the world gather their teams and grow, whether we will catch USA eventually.
But we're seeing here Gosney making some incredible saves, and just kind of missing out, being in the wrong position for the goal she was letting in. Look, USA will do USA things, right? You know, you could tell today that they were making things difficult for them, but you know, they got the 8 goals on the board. They won the game. That's kind of all they needed to do right now. But you can tell they're working on stuff still, and then, you know, there are elements of the game that I was a bit shocked that they're not performing that well that we've seen them before, but they do this every tournament. I think they start off a little bit rusty and they work off that rust, and by the important knockout games, they're going to be ready to hit that ice and face whoever they need to face.
And they'll be looking ahead to Sunday to that final, and they'll be hoping to see Canada in that final, and we're about to see Canada take on Team World in this next game. So stay tuned, join us back here for the second game of the first ever World Para Ice Hockey Women's Championship. Thank you so much for watching.